This is the 7th generation iPad mini, for real this time, and I'm going to go over everything that's new between this 7th gen and the previous model, as well as just give you my overall first impressions with this device. But before we do that, let's stand by for a very quick ASMR unboxing. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, here is the 7th gen iPad mini, and this is the 6th generation. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much the same here, but there are a couple of key differences to help you tell them apart. Most notably, the back now says iPad mini instead of just iPad. Aside from the full name and then the color differences, which by the way, comes in a different shade of blue and purple and then starlight again, and we have space gray, which is the boring color that I went with. There's really not a ton of other major design changes aside from that. On the back, you still have a single camera system. There's a newer True Tone flash. And of course, you still have your Touch ID power button, the volume buttons up at the top, USB-C port at the bottom. The rest of the changes kind of come from within. The chip upgrade is pretty substantial as we're now going from an A15 Bionic to an A17 Pro. And with that, you now double the RAM, going from 4 gigs to 8 gigs. And all of this extra power, so the 30% faster CPU, the 25% faster GPU, are all due to the biggest new selling point of this new iPad mini, and that's the fact that it can run Apple Intelligence now. Well, if you get it on launch day, you technically won't be able to run Apple Intelligence features yet, but all signs are pointing to an October 28th release, so it won't be that much longer. When the Apple Intelligence features do launch, some of the ones that are really important for the iPad, in my opinion, would be the useful writing tools where users can get documents, emails, really anything proofread, written to match a specific style, different suggestions for your writing, and so much more. And you'll also get the new look Siri and some of the new features that come along with Siri, though most of the really intriguing personal context Siri upgrades will come in later in 2025. But there's also a new notification summary feature. You get photo cleanup in the Photos app, voice recordings in Notes that can be transcribed on the fly. And then of course there's more features just being sprinkled in again in the future. Is that a reason to go out and upgrade from something like an iPad mini 6 to an iPad mini 7? Probably not, but to each his own. But before we get into the rest of the key differences in this video, I do want to give you more information about today's sponsor, Clean My Mac. Is your Mac feeling slower, cluttered, or just not performing like it used to? It might be more than just too many files. Introducing the all-new Clean My Mac, the ultimate solution for keeping your Mac in top shape. With the new Smart Care feature, you can do more than just clean up your system. You'll know exactly how your Mac is performing in real time, and with just one click, you'll clean, optimize, and speed up your device. From cluttered downloads to system caches and development leftovers, Clean My Mac finds and removes up to 27% more junk than ever before, freeing up space for what really matters to you. Or are you perhaps worried about viruses and malware? Clean My Mac's Moonlock anti-malware engine scans and removes any threats with just one click, keeping your Mac safe from harm. But Clean My Mac doesn't stop there. Its new Mac Health Assistant helps you tackle battery drains, monitor performance, and even prevent overheating, all with the real-time tips and instant fixes. Think of Clean My Mac as your digital gardener. It nurtures and maintains your Mac, ensuring a clean and organized digital ecosystem. So whether you're a creative, a student, or a professional, Clean My Mac helps you stay organized, efficient, and always in control. So let's refresh, enhance, and protect your Mac with the new Clean My Mac. Check the link in the description down below and try it free for 7 days. Thanks Clean My Mac for sponsoring this video. So one other big change here is that the 7th generation iPad does actually get Apple Pencil Pro support. And that could be worth upgrading if you're someone who uses their iPad mini for graphic design or illustration, since that Apple Pencil Pro does offer some new useful features like pressure sensitivity, gestures, and haptic feedback. It might be more enticing for you designers and creators out there. Also, you get Apple Pencil Hover, which isn't exclusive to the Apple Pencil Pro or anything super new, but it wasn't on the last generation iPad mini, and so you do get that compatibility here in this model. A hot topic these days is whether or not the jelly scrolling issue on the iPad mini 6 has been fixed with this new one, and I honestly have no idea. I mean, I think so. I never really noticed it as much of an issue when I had the iPad mini 6, and most people have been complaining about it, and honestly, now I'm like really focused on it and I'm looking really hard that I wonder if my mind's just like playing tricks on me and making me feel like I see jelly scrolling when I really don't. So here's a comparison. You tell me. I feel like I see it a little bit on the 6, and the 7 I don't see anything. So I'm just going to go with that. Yes, it's been fixed, but again, I think it's really hard for me to truly tell 100%. Lastly, this new A17 Pro chip does offer hardware-accelerated ray tracing and hardware-accelerated mesh shading, which really improves the lighting, the reflections, the shadows, the overall performance, and the look and feel of games being played on the iPad mini. Honestly, the iPad mini is a pretty nice mobile gaming device and could be something worth carrying around exclusively for that use case. You got children really into gaming, or maybe you yourself are really into gaming and you just don't want to bring your Switch. There are different titles that you want to play in Apple Arcade. If you're taking advantage of all those titles, I think you'll have a good time with this. I personally don't love the on-screen controls, but just toss a Bluetooth controller in your bag and it'll be fixed. But overall, it's not a bad little gaming device. So with all of that said, the iPad mini was definitely due for that spec bump internal upgrade update, but I do wish some of the exterior changed a bit, specifically this display. The bezel reduction, that should have happened. These bezels are as big as they are. It really makes the iPad just feel dated when you compare it to other options. Obviously, a ProMotion display or OLED would have been fantastic for us tech nerds, but I'm not sure the target demo for this iPad really cares about that, and it's not super necessary, but reducing the bezels just kind of makes it feel new and modern. I'm not entirely sure what the target demo is for this iPad. Perhaps kids, people who take a lot of notes and draw a lot, or just need something smaller on the go. Tech enthusiasts, I really have no idea. But if you're somebody who enjoys the iPad mini, let me know what features you really like, what features you wanted to see. And if you're going to upgrade to one of these, let me know down in those comments below. But if you're wondering whether or not I think you should upgrade from a 6 to a 7, probably not, unless you really can't wait to get your hands on Apple Intelligence features day one, or you need the Apple Pencil Pro features that it comes with. But otherwise, anything older and you're looking at this mini form factor, I think you'll be pretty happy with it. This is Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you around in the next video.